This is Tel Aviv on the blue Mediterranean, an up-to-date, expanding city where 500,000 inhabitants live and work in garden-surrounded buildings. A city that reflects the history and the spirit of its people. But the face of Tel Aviv did not always look like this. In the earlier days, settlers from the wide world over brought their styles in architecture and art as they brought their varied cultures to this land. For that generation, the Tel Aviv Museum already played an important part in their city's artistic life. This diversity of cultures brought with it a diversity in art. For a recent international critics conference held in the city, the museum presented a comprehensive exhibition of Israeli art. This is Simon, with his bright colors and strange shapes of trees, rocks and clouds. Here are Reuben's silver olive trees, haze-enshrouded vistas and luminous colors. Attracted by the same landscape, Gutmann paints his canvases with a humorous and poetic brush. Mokadi's abstract composition, bright and subtle. Zaritsky, the ever-young veteran of Israeli painting. Kastel, a fifth-generation Israeli, finds inspiration in old scripts, whereas the young and impetuous Tomarkin follows new, audacious ways. Yanko, the ex-Dadaist. Jean David. Various schools, trends, styles and tastes. Critics from many lands assembled in Tel Aviv for their annual congress. Attracted by the vigor and surging vitality of this country's artistic life, they spent fruitful hours exchanging ideas and opinions with their Israeli colleagues and amongst themselves. James J. Sweeney, the twice-elected president of the International Association of Art Critics. The art of this land did not spring fully grown from the soil. No art does. It was nourished by the works of the distant and not-so-distant past. The International Critics Congress enjoys a showing of part of the permanent Tel Aviv Museum collection. Chagall, painter of rabbis and of lovers. Rybak, who painted the synagogues and huts of the little Jewish towns. The dramatic landscapes of Sutin. Mane Katz. Yankel Adler and his Purim players. These golden interiors, full of a nostalgic, warm atmosphere by Israel's, show us the world of our grandparents. The Tel Aviv Museum offers a collection of art masterpieces from many lands. Renoir, Sagnac, Suzanne Valadon and her son Utrillo, Fernand Léger, Blamont. A French curator and a South American critic meeting in Tel Aviv admire their respective countries' art. Surrealism presents mysterious forms and clear, limpid colors. A good sense of color is important for anyone wishing to paint. This future generation of artists takes its first steps towards a career. The museum library, containing 7,000 volumes, does not keep them merely for research use. Its doors are open to the youngsters. Paintings for viewing, paintings for learning. Paintings also make an atmospheric background for an allied art, music. At well-attended traditional concerts held weekly at the Tel Aviv Museum, a live concert this time rubs shoulders with a silent one, heard only by those imaginative enough to bridge the gap of centuries. The Minister of Education, the Mayor of Tel Aviv, and the French ambassador assist at the inauguration of the French tapestry exhibition, which was sent on generous loan by France to the people of Israel. Cultural exchanges enhance the ties between nations. Chivalrous battles to be remembered, angels to be revered. There is always a link between the past and the present. An allegory, Neptune, the god of the sea, seen by a tapestry weaver in times gone by. The contemporary school of tapestries has revived the old techniques and the old legends in modern form. Lusat, the father of the revival. Noah and the Ark. The dove is released to find dry land, a wonderland woven into the fabric. One needs a long-range view to see these tapestries to their best advantage. Here there's not enough viewing space to do them justice. There is no floor space for the sculptures either. A collection that merits more than a stray passer-by, it deserves the full light of large exhibition halls or gardens. Shemi. Ziffer. Archipenko. Henry Moore. Epstein. The collection expanded, the city grew, but the museum remained small. More people, more movement. New gardens. More children. Something had to be and was done. A great lady donated a new art pavilion to the city of Tel Aviv. The Helena Rubinstein Exhibition Hall, part of the Tel Aviv Museum, plays host to one of the most significant shows ever seen in Israel, the Van Gogh Exhibition, a major art event. In the morning, school children of all ages and from all parts of the country come with their teachers to absorb and to learn. Van Gogh's self-portrait. His eyes meet ours, perplexed and disturbed. Doubt and torment shine from his glance. La Lucienne. The portrait of a woman. And a smile of understanding. Another morning visitor. The fate of this old man's misery and loneliness touches the heart of all who see it, young and old. A simple vase of flowers? Not at all. Van Gogh wanted to say more. He painted his own life in tragic flowers. A tormented soul erupts from the canvas and bursts into flame. The mayor of Tel Aviv pays a visit. He too, and he, would not let this event pass them by for any reason. Nor would any of these others, for the people of Tel Aviv love and revere great art. Foreign Minister Gogh and the ambassador from Holland pay their tribute to the great Dutch artist and to his profound human achievement. Houses without windows or doors, painted by Van Gogh, an imprisoned soul looking for release. Sad cypress trees, shadings of light and of dark. Sun, moon, a starry night. These stars are electric. Walls of neon signs flare on and off, shattering the darkness of Tel Aviv at night. Work is over, dinner eaten, the crowds surge to the pavilion. The lines double and triple. Halls too small for the tapestries, not enough space for the paintings of the permanent collection, no room for the sculptures. Is it really fair to ask people to see an exhibition under these conditions? Tel Aviv is a big city that expands more and more, rises and grows more and more each hour, each day, each week. The crowded buildings of the Tel Aviv Museum are insufficient today. What will happen tomorrow? A new museum has to and will be erected. The plans are drawn and the model constructed. The municipality has donated the land. Critics, artists, theatre people, public and civic dignitaries, each one comes with his own special interest. The cornerstone has been laid in solemn ceremony. The work for a new and great museum for the Tel Aviv of tomorrow has begun.